if your life hasn't changed in the past 12 months the way that you wanted it to, I can almost guarantee it's due to a lack of planning and goal setting. And look, this is a problem that I really used to face myself. I used to have these big goals and aspirations, but the issue is the goal was never specific enough. Without proper goal setting and proper action planning, you're actually going to miss a lot of things in your business that have a knock-on effect. So I'll tell you, for example, I once had £1,000 a month subscriptions every single month for my business, right? And because I was in hustle mode and so busy and just hustling, I left on the subscriptions for a little bit too long. Half of them I didn't even need, right? But when you think of a one subscription that costs £50 a month, well, that's 600 annually. Now, when you've got 600 going out annually, the issue that you're going to have is that 600 could have been spent on stock, paid ads, something for your business. That could have turned into 1,200, 2,000, 3,000, and so on. The lack of planning is literally like killing a money tree at the root. And why would you kill a money tree? This is the thing. There is hidden costs with being unorganized that you do not see. And these are the things that you have to avoid in the future, because missed revenue is something that you miss out on. And plus, when it comes down to your personal life and bigger aspirations, the main thing you have to focus on is just daily action. So you have to get to a level where you know what you need to do every single day, because that's the only thing you need to focus on, right? It's all good fantasizing and having these massive goals, but the problem is, if you are not putting the daily action in, it's not going to accumulate to the things that you want to do. But you can actually predict what daily action that you need to take in order to get the right things out of your life that you want. This system that I'm about to share with you is something that I discovered back when I first started my own business. Now, when I started out, right, I was a hustler. Just hustling, any money-making things I could do, right? And while that's cool, you can make a little bit of money and make a little progress in your life doing that. You're going to get to a point where it's not scalable and you're working like a busy idiot. And by busy idiot, I mean you're just doing stuff all the time, running around. Now, that is not how you build a successful business. That's not how you build a successful life. And I paid the price the hard way of doing that. Now, due to my lack of planning and lack of goal setting and lack of daily action, I was missing a lot of things in my business, right? And at the time, one of these things was email marketing. As soon as I implemented that onto my site and a few other changes that I started recording and planning, I never saw a sharper increase in my income ever. My business went from 10k a month to 30k a month in the matter of weeks, all because I had a strategic goal and plan in mind. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you probably one of the most useful things that you can ever buy all year. And look, I wish I was getting payment from these guys. I wish I was getting a little commission or a kickback, but I'm not. I put this on my Instagram story the other day, and the richest people in my network reached out and asked about it and bought one, right? Now, the guys who thought they're too good for planning, they don't really need to, weren't really bothered, I'll get one later, didn't, and they didn't ask about them. Well, the richest people that I know bought them, and the excuse makers made excuses. So what does that tell you? Anyway, let's take a look at this and let's go over how to actually go over your goals. What this is called is a legend planner. Now, this might be one of the best purchases that you can ever make if you're trying to get your life in order and really trying to take your habits seriously. Now, don't think about the cost of something, think about the value of something. I want you to remember that line. Don't think about the cost, but think about the value. I had the saver mindset, that working class, save all your money, don't spend anything. Now, the problem with this is you're not looking at the value of something, you're looking at what it costs. Now, the value of this book, as I explained earlier, if I didn't write in here, cancel a subscription, and I forgot that subscription, the cost of that decision could have potentially been £5,000, £10,000, £100,000 for my business. Because the money tree had been killed at the root, or because I didn't want to spend £35 on a planner. So you've got to really think about value and cost and really start testing these things out for yourself. But don't think you're too good to put stuff in a planner. Don't rely on your brain. I don't care how smart you are, you're not going to remember all the information that you need to, and you're not going to be able to be successful without a proper plan. So let's get straight into this. Now, the reason why this planner is good is because you're going to be able to really think about your goals, really plan your goals, and really start taking some reflection seriously. You've got notes, skills and habits that you want. You've got different sections where you can just put normal notes, action steps, 3-month review goals, year goals, tactics, calendars, reflect on your month, all these things, and then this is where it gets interesting. So what you have here is you have your daily, Monday to Sunday, and you have every single half an hour free, okay? Now, the reason why this is going to be useful is because this is going to give you maximum accountability. If you are wasting time, you'll be able to see from your week that you have planned and you have written down that you are wasting time. This is going to help you get more proficient. It's going to help you get better at time management, and it's going to give you zero bullshit excuses, right? Now, every day we've got priorities, so you can prioritize what task you need to do, today's main goal. You can reflect on your week, lessons learned, how you can improve next week, big wins, a habit tracker, which is massive, personal to-do list, work to-do list, what month it is, all that good stuff. Now, when you start really planning your week out like this, you're going to be able to see where you're going wrong, and you're going to be able to see what you're doing. Now, this is actually the second step. You have to really think about your goals and then create daily actions that you think will lead you up to that goal, right? And the way that I do that is by following this system that actually Jim Rohn set up. So if you want to follow this, which I highly recommend you should if you're anywhere remotely serious about your goals, then start following it. What you want to do is write down your 3 most important goals quickly in 30 seconds. Do it now. Have you done it yet? Guys, if you are not doing this exercise, you're not serious. And that's fine. But don't complain in a year's time when you haven't got anywhere, right? Follow this exercise. Take a pen out, write down your 3 most important goals quickly. Now what you're going to find is these 3 problems that you have in your life, these are probably your main goals. You might have other ones, you might want to go places, you might want to do stuff, all this is great, right? But these main 3 things, the first things that came to your mind are probably your biggest goals and the most important driving factors in your life, right? Great, put them down. As you can see, I've already done this goal exercise for myself in my Legend Planner. And I'm not going to start writing in it for this video, so I'm going to write it on a piece of paper but show you exactly what I did. Now, what you want to write is a little section like this, and it's going to say personal and business. Now, an example of a poor goal is something like get in shape. Please tell me, what does that mean, get in shape? It doesn't mean anything. You're not able to get any daily action out of this. You have no specific target in mind. And this is going to be the thing that causes fuzziness. This is the stuff that unserious people write. So a goal like this is no good. Now, if you want to put gain 10 pounds of muscle, now you have something to actually work towards, right? Because you can reverse engineer, use data online, and figure out how much you need to do per week, how much food you need to eat per week in order to gain 165 pounds of muscle, right? And let's say you want to scale your business to 50k a month, right? That's great. Well, what type of business is it? Is it an e-commerce business like I run? Yeah. So now you're able to actually backtrack into these goals, right? So then what you're going to write here is action steps. Because see, this is what people don't do. They write the goals from their fantasy, which is cool. They get the brain firing, they feel like they're productive, but they don't know how to get there. They're not sitting down and thinking, what is the plan to get there? If you do not have a plan, you will not create anything of significance. It's as simple as that. These things do not happen by accident. These things happen by specific, concentrated effort over time on daily action. The only thing that you need to worry about is daily action. So do not skip the action step stage. This is essential for you to grow. It really, really is. So what's the action steps? Well, to gain 10 pounds of muscle, you might want to say a few, right? So your first action step is going to be, let's say 3,500 calories daily, right? Obviously you need to work out how much you weigh and how much you need to put on. And you need to have an idea of what your maintenance calories are, and then you need to create a diet plan. But this is how intricate you can get on your goals. So you might think, well, I want to eat 3,500 calories a day, in order to gain 10 pounds of muscle. Now, you might have to create action steps to get here. So you might want to do an even subsection, work out my macros, get a coach, anything else, vice versa, vice versa, vice versa. Same with scale your business, right? I might be running an e-commerce brand, right? Now, if you're wanting to scale to 50k per month, right, what you might want to do with an e-com business is you might want to add 10% of revenue via email marketing. Okay, so what does that look like? Well, does it look like 2 extra emails a week? Campaigns? Does it look like adding times 3 more flows? Now, you're going to fail at this if you're expecting yourself to know the answer first, right? These are just guesstimates, but what they're actually giving you is actionable steps, yeah? Now, you can take these actionable steps based on a hypothesis of the goal that you want, that you've written out in your personal life and your business life. And then when you've got a proper planner like this, you can actually work into your month by month goals and daily action on achieving your main goal, which is the big goal, right? So now all of a sudden, you're consciously ticking off whether you've done something every single day. You're planning it in every single day and checking your planner. And if you want to go look at the past month, there's no bullshit. There's no lying to yourself. There's no jokes. You can see if you've done the work or not. You've either ticked it off or not. You've either written it down or not. So you know exactly where you're messing up. And that's what you need to know if you really want to start making some progress on your goals. So go buy one of these planners. I'm going to put a link down below, Legend Planner. Get the A4 version or get a smaller one if you really want. Follow this exercise in the notes section. Write some big goals. And look, if you don't achieve the goals, if you want to scale to 50k a month and you end up doing 40k, you're not going to be crying, are you? So write some big goals, create some action steps, and follow the daily action. And you can do this. You could, let's say you have got getting in shape and you have got business. You can put it on your daily habit. You can plan it for months ahead. You can plan it in the calendar. This might be the best tool that you could possibly buy all year. Value for money on this book is unbelievable. So guys, hope that helped you. Follow it through. If you haven't got a plan for this year, take the time out to go make a plan. Stop cheating yourself of the success that you could have with a little bit of effort. This only takes a day, but this might change the course of the rest of your life. It's that simple. Subscribe to the channel.